I am very pleased to introduce our first speaker, the team leader of Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs program at the European Commission, DG Internal Market, Industry, Entrepreneurship and SMEs. In short, we call always our colleagues in the DG Grow, Katerina Nejdlova. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Ramunas. Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be able to present to you the basics of the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, a program that the European Commission started 14 years ago with the aim to continue to make Europe a competitive place where SMEs play a major role and where they deserve to be supported. Next slide, please. Next slide. So what is actually Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs? Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs is a program that helps aspiring entrepreneurs to develop their skills necessary to start and run successfully a small business in Europe. New entrepreneurs will be able, while participating at this program, to exchange knowledge, business ideas, and experience with experienced hosts, and they will be able to do so while on exchange for from 1 up to 6 months. We, as European Commission, do partly co-finance this stay of the entrepreneurs abroad. Next slide, please. Who can take part in this program? Entrepreneurs from 27 EU member states, but also from other countries who agreed to participate in the program. What is very important is that there is no age limit, despite the fact that the program is called Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs. The young is not about age, but it's about the experience of being an entrepreneur. Next slide, please. So who are the two parts of entrepreneurs? How do we divide them? Who can participate? On one hand side, we have new entrepreneurs. It could be either would-be entrepreneurs, so somebody who didn't start a company yet, but has a firm idea of starting a business, has a concrete project which is reflected in a business plan, or newly established entrepreneurs who already started a business, but they are at their early stage. So it's less than 3 years of experience in running a business. Again, important thing, whether it's planned or already starting, the business can be in any sector. So there is no absolutely sector limit. On the other hand side, we have host entrepreneurs, successful experienced entrepreneurs running a company for at least 3 years of experience. They are either owners of an SME or they are people directly involved in entrepreneurship on the SME management board level. People who, with making decision in the company, bear financial risk for the company. Next slide. What are the benefits of the program? Next one. While you maybe can imagine what are the benefits for the new entrepreneurs, I have mentioned already now, they get on-the-job training, they develop their entrepreneurial skills, they gain knowledge and, of course, networks. And last but not least, they get co-financing from the European Commission. What are the advantages for host entrepreneurs? What we get from the feedback questionnaire from our participants, host entrepreneurs, is 3 major things. They are getting fresh perspective, ideas about their company. Try to imagine you run a company for a few years. You never have time to stop and think about how things can be done differently. And this is opportunity when somebody new comes to your business with fresh, innovative mind to help you to organize your business differently, to introduce new innovations. They also learn about foreign markets, about other markets where they can expand, because the exchange in Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs is always international. Another reason why host entrepreneurs are interested in the program is possibility for networking opportunities. They potentially start a longer term business partnership. All in all, it's a win-win deal for both new and host entrepreneurs. Next slide, please. We have also other actors in the program, and they are intermediary organizations. There will be a lot about them because this call is actually to find new intermediary organizations. Who are those? They are dealing with program implementation on local level. Currently, we have 165 all around Europe, currently in 35 countries. What are the tasks of the intermediary organizations? They promote the program on local level, they recruit entrepreneurs, they match them, and they pay the EU contribution to new entrepreneurs. They support the entrepreneurs during their exchange, and after they also offer aftercare service, other opportunities with starting their business. The program also benefits from a services of so-called support office. This is an external body which fulfills the task of a help desk. So in case there is an issue for entrepreneurs to participate, to apply, they are there to help and serve to the applicants. They also promote the program on European level, and they help the intermediary organizations with day-to-day management of the program. Next slide. Let's talk about how the program actually works in practical terms. On the next slide, you will see that it's very basic. It's just 5 simple steps. Let's have a look at the first one. Online application. The whole program procedure is online. There are no deadlines. There is no paperwork. Everything is online. What do you need as an entrepreneur if you want to participate? You need, as a new entrepreneur, you need to fill in application form. You need to attach your CV. You need to attach your business plan. Here I would like to mention that the business plan is important for us to understand in case you are a would-be entrepreneur, that you have firmly thought about starting a business. We don't need a fully fledged business plan of 30, 50 pages. What is for us important is that the business plan has basic chapters which will show us you are committed to start a business. While you will fill in your application, you will set your preferences. You will set what is the field you're interested in exchanging, what are your availabilities as far as time when you are available, what are your language skills, what is your preferred country of exchange. On the other hand side, for host entrepreneurs, we need CV, and we need to know why he wants to participate in the program. So some kind of motivation. Again, while applying to the database, you will need to specify the sector of interest, the availability, the languages. Last but not least, both of the entrepreneurs will need to find with their application, will need to choose their intermediary organization, which will help them to participate in the program. Once this is done, and the application is submitted, the application is received by selected intermediary organization, which will review it. Once considered eligible, they will approve it. With this, the entrepreneurs get access to a database of entrepreneurs available for matching, which we will see on the next slide. Matching. This is the most important part of preparing for an exchange. This is time to find your ideal counterpart, host, or new entrepreneur you would like to spend your time with, exchanging knowledge and ideas. How this can be done? So as I mentioned, there are intermediary organizations that will help you to match. So you talk to them, you tell them what you're looking for. They will be talking to their partners all around Europe, trying to find your match. Second option, I already also mentioned that once you are admitted to the program, you will yourself have access to a database full of entrepreneurs. So you yourself can search. Third option is that actually the tool itself is proposing, on the basis of set preferences of each entrepreneur, matches. So on the basis of what you have set is your priority, your languages, your time availability, they will give you a proposal of possible matches, and it's up to you to accept or decline. We also have more and more new and host entrepreneur actually coming to the program together and only then applying. This is possible. However, you should know that entrepreneurs can go on exchange, but they should not have a previous business experience. So if a new entrepreneur already worked in the company or was there for an internship, we will not support his exchange via Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs program to the same company again. We want to give new entrepreneurs new experience, unique experience. So that's why we don't want to send him to the same company he already experienced. On the basis, the program, as I said, does automatic matches. Roughly 15% of the matches within the database are being done on the basis of these automatic proposals. In the next step, which is contracting and preparation, the two entrepreneurs who sort of proposed to each other the exchange start to discuss the content of the exchange. In this step, they will be responsible to draft commitment, activity plan for the exchange. They will have to agree on what are the priorities for each of the entrepreneur and how long the exchange will take. Important here, this program is about peer-to-peer learning. It's not a traineeship, so it's not a new entrepreneur coming to a company to work for somebody, but it's to work on a project together with the host entrepreneur. Also, the host entrepreneur application is always personal. It's not an application of a company, but it's an application of an entrepreneur. Once the plan of the activity is agreed, the commitment is signed and prepared, new entrepreneur receives pre-departure training from his intermediary organization. He receives also first allocation of his support for the exchange and can go on exchange abroad. This way we go to the 4 steps of the program, which is stay abroad. As mentioned, the stay abroad can last from 1 to 6 months on the basis of the commitment. It is on-the-job training, peer-to-peer exchange on the same level on concrete projects. In case of necessity, there is on-site support provided by the intermediary organizations, both from the new entrepreneur side, but also from the host entrepreneur side. What we what the intermediary organizations do, they stay in touch with the entrepreneur, they ask for some feedback, they want to know if the exchange goes well, if there are no issues, if they can be of any help. Once the exchange is over, the new entrepreneur is coming back, and the last step of the process comes, which is feedback and final payment. Both of the entrepreneurs are obliged to submit an electronic feedback questionnaire. Once this is done, final payment to the new entrepreneur is done by the intermediary organization. For host entrepreneur, once the feedback questionnaire is submitted, if he wishes to host again a new entrepreneur, he can be reinserted to the database. For the new entrepreneur, his participation is limited only to once. He can participate only once to the program. Next slide. On this slide, you'll see the lump sum allowance which the European Commission pays via the intermediary organization to the new entrepreneurs going abroad. The amount equals to the country of exchange. So if an entrepreneur from Ukraine will go to Croatia, he will be entitled to 720 euros per month. If he stays for 6 months, the maximum amount will be 6 times 700. 2020. You will notice that we don't forget about entrepreneurs from outermost regions and overseas territories, but also entrepreneurs with special needs. Those are entitled to maximum allowance, which is 1,100 euro per month. Next slide, please. Now let me talk about the key achievements of the program. I mentioned the program is here for 14 years, and in the beginning of this year, we were able to celebrate actually 11,000 exchanges. So the program has managed to match 22,000 entrepreneurs all over Europe and to allow them to collaborate and work on projects. So I think this is a great achievement, and I expect that the number will grow quickly and will probably double within next 5 years. We have high expectations for this program. If you were interested in how the program is used by individual states, countries participating in the program, this is on this slide. I'm not going to go into many details, but it's available in the database for you to have a look. You have it by new and host entrepreneur. You see who are our bigger customers, but all countries that participate are included on this slide. Next one. On this slide, you can see the participation of Ukrainian entrepreneurs so far. You will see that clearly last year has been the most successful year for participation of Ukrainian entrepreneurs. And if we actually compare, for example, the number of received applications from Ukrainian entrepreneurs to applications received from other countries, Ukrainian entrepreneurs are on position number 3. So they were the third most interested in participating in the program. Next slide, please. What are the key achievements of this program? After 14 years, we can say that this program is a proven concept. It works. It is addressing unemployment. It is addressing as well youth unemployment. It delivers tangible entrepreneurial education, offers practical support to SMEs, is clearly strengthening the single market connections. We reinforce the entrepreneurial attitudes. We create new businesses, new jobs. We create turnover. We also, of course, encourage resilience, companies, business development and innovation. And by this program, we also contribute to green and digital transformation. Next slide, please. Where I'm coming to the end of my presentation. Last slide will be with information where to get more information on the program. The program benefits from a website. Clearly, we also have our social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube channel, Instagram, and obviously this call is also published on EYEUA website. Link is here. With this, I would like to thank you for your attention, and I give back the floor to Ramonas. Thank you very much.